Why did I want to become a lawyer? I like people. I want to help people. And I thought from an early age that that would be something I could do well. I think I could be a good voice for them. I think I could fight for them. And ultimately that led me to believe that this would be the right calling for me.
Tell us a little bit about your background with the firm. How did you come about doing what you do today for the firm?
I had an interesting background. After I graduated from Cornell Law School, I had the privilege of clerking for a federal judge. I had 2 great years doing that, and from there I went to one of the preeminent large firms in the country, Simpson, Thacher & Bartlett, where I trained under some of the best lawyers, some of the most ethical lawyers I've ever met. They were a great bunch of people and gave me an introduction into litigation. I wanted to try cases, so from there I went to the Corporation Counsel's office, where I had one of the best training experiences that any lawyer could get in hands-on trials. I tried a whole spectrum of municipal liability related cases, premises related cases that added to the background I had already achieved at Simpson Thacher. And from there I wanted to expand on my ability to help people. I thought I would be a natural fit for representing injured parties and victims of accidents, and so I came here at the invitation of Bob Sullivan, and it's been a great fit ever since. I have expanded my knowledge in the field. I enjoy working as a trial lawyer in the context of municipal liability and premises liability because of the background that I've gained from working at those various positions over the years. And it's been a natural fit for me because of that experience and background.
So talk to me a little bit about what premises and municipal liability means to a regular citizen of New York.
These 2 areas of practice have a direct impact on almost everyone in our city, and the reason's obvious. People have to walk the city's streets and sidewalks. People always enter buildings. They always have an expectation that where they're going will be maintained in a safe way, and that's not always the case. We found in our practice, and I found from my personal experience, that someone is always cutting corners, avoiding problems, not spending the money to maintain a premises in a safe and appropriate way. And as a result, people are subjected to all kinds of hazards that could easily be remedied with just a little bit of forethought and a little bit of common sense. Unfortunately, we don't find that in a city as large as this, and so people find themselves confronted with problems that lead to serious accidents and disabling injuries to them that could have been avoided with a little bit of maintenance.
Talk to me a little bit about your qualifications as an attorney.
Well, as a client representative, I'm someone who brings a very common sense and practical approach to law. I'm very passionate about the work I've done. I've worked very hard at becoming a good trial lawyer that can represent the interests of my clients well. I do it with passion. I think I do it with some competence because of the background I've achieved, and which has been recognized by the fact that I lecture frequently to bar association groups on premises and municipal liability in particular. I've lectured to various groups, bar association groups, judges groups, lawyers groups on these topics, and as a result I've achieved some recognition in terms of being AV rated by Martindale-Hubbell, by being on various committees and bar association functions. And that's all, I think, an indication of the fact that not only do I bring a passion for the law and an understanding of it, but my colleagues and peers recognize that it is something that I do well.
Why is municipal liability a little bit different than, let's say, premise liability?
The city of New York in particular is a very large city. We find that there are various amounts of circumstances that confront people that lead to injuries. And while people are recovering and trying to get their lives back in order, they're not aware of the fact that the city and all municipal agencies in the state of New York require them to file a claim within 90 days. If they fail to do that, they will jeopardize or lose the right to commence a litigation against the municipality and recover compensation for the injuries. So it's very important that they find a lawyer who is competent in the area, who understands these various requirements, and who is quick enough and competent enough to get it done in a timely fashion.
What should an injured party or victim expect to receive from the attorney he retains?
I like to view myself as a street fighter with a little bit of finesse. I bring to this practice competence, passion, dedication, hard work, and I think those are all the qualifications that a client should expect from their attorney. If the client can't trust the attorney and believe that the attorney is loyal to their needs and rights, I don't think there's going to be a relationship that will evolve into something that will lead to an ultimately positive result for either side. So I think every client has the right to expect that their attorney will represent their interests and do so with the understanding that that client is the most important person to that attorney during the period of that litigation.